Alright, so now we've freed it all the way around, past the eye, past the tear duct, and now we're coming up with the last facial features are going to be the mouth and the nose. So here's the eye, the tear duct. As you start to pull, you'll notice that there's some flexibility in the skin in this area. That's the back of the lip line. What you want to do is cut right straight through until you see the teeth right in there. This section of skin all the way back in here is not going to be used during the taxidermy process unless you're doing an open mouth whitetail. So that's the easiest way to get in there and give yourself a little bit of a handle so you can start cutting. All I'm going to do is look at the teeth, pull it, look at that skin right there that's holding it, and slowly take my time working down through here, and I'm just basically cutting the skin right at the jaw. Okay, so that spot where it pulls back and flexes, we'll just cut right through there. There's the teeth, and I'm just going to keep the cut right next to the teeth on both the top and the bottom, the whole way down. Again, be real gentle right here. You want to be careful you don't cut through the skin. Free up anything that's holding it back. Continue cutting towards the front. You're heading towards the nose. Again, keep all your cuts closer to the skull, then to the skin. And always keep safety in mind when you're making your cut. Just going to continue to free that up. Getting close to the end of the nose here. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and spin it over and repeat the process on the other side. Okay, so we freed it up on both sides all the way up. Now we're getting right into the nose. The nose actually ends right here, and the bottom jaw ends right here. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and flip it up so I can make those final cuts from the top looking into the mouth. Okay, so now we've already made our cuts all the way up to here, you can see. Same thing on this side here. I'm just going to keep that knife right next to that gum line the whole way through. Keeping your knife really sharp at this point here will make this go a lot easier. The more you have to saw, the more likely you're going to slip and make a cut on either the deer or yourself. Okay, so now I've freed up a cut to follow all the way through. I'm just going to go straight through the cartilage here. Until I feel it start to hit the bone. Once I feel it hit the bone, I'm going to gently turn that cut this way until I meet up with my original cut. Just cutting through cartilage and freeing it back until I hit my original cut. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start where we left off our cut on the bottom, and we're going to follow that gum line all the way around and then start skinning down until we meet that original cut where we left off. This blade is just like not doing anything. This must be deer 41. Okay, so we've cut on both sides to free it down, and at this point there's nothing else connecting it, so you can just grab the skin and pull it right off. Alright, so this is what an actual deer cape looks like as far as what taxidermists call a cape. The skull is not in it anymore, it's just nothing but the skin loose, the ears, and it goes down beyond the front legs, past the shoulder a little ways. This is what's going to actually go on the mount. The best thing you can do is get that to a freezer as soon as possible. If there's a local butcher out where you're hunting, get it there, see if you can work out a deal to put it in their freezer for a few days until you're done with your trip and you can head back home. You just want to roll it up in a plastic bag, put another plastic bag over it, and put it in their freezer and get it frozen right as soon as possible. If you can't do that, you're going to be away from electricity for several more days. The only thing you can do is bring some salt with you, and you'll have to go through, remove any big chunks of fat, big chunks of meat that you can, and go through and salt the entire hide and try and put it on some kind of incline and just let it remove the moisture, let it drain as much as possible, shake it off after about 12 hours, put more salt on it, and keep doing that until no more moisture comes out of it. Keep it out of the sun in a cool, dry place, and that's the best thing you can do. Now if you have to salt your hide, you might want to go ahead and go back and make it a long Y incision. So you cut all the way down. That way you can open it up and let the air penetrate all of it and get it dry as soon as possible. The biggest issue that causes capes to go bad is moisture. Heat helps grow the bacteria, but it's the moisture that they have to live in. So if you can keep this dry, you can keep it from going bad.
You're on.
I'm on.
I'll shut it back off. You're petered out.